Okay, so I need to fix the post on my other channel because I wanted to share the video, but it started sharing the wrong one. Oh my. So silly. I'm going to repost it. Okay. And I'm doing my own social media, so it takes a bit. Right? I say. I'm posting it to my channel. Okay. So let's see if it's really working. Do, 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 do. Test it out. 10-second delay. 10-second delay. 10-second delay. Okay. Now I know it's working. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm going to wash my hands since I'm switching the phone. We're going to carve our little jack-o'-lantern. I don't want to carve the baby pumpkins, so I'm going to carve the big pumpkin. Well, it's not a big pumpkin. It's still pumpkin. It's still a diminutive pumpkin, okay? It's still diminutive compared. So, and I have a bowl for my carving. So, what I'm going to do, let's see. I don't want the soap in the way so you can see what I'm doing. It just looked so clear a minute ago like that. I guess that's good enough. Okay. So, all right. Jack-o'-lantern. I want to draw a picture of a jack-o'-lantern on here. And pick the side I want it on this side of the pumpkin. So I'm going to take my pencil. And I'm going to draw his face. Pink. Can't really see so far, right? Pink. So I don't really like the way the eye looks, though. So, we have a remedy for that. We need an eraser! An eraser, I'm telling you. Where's my little eraser? Because I want it to look the way I want it. If I'm gonna go to all the trouble, I want it to look like the way I want it. So I'm like, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to town, like, seeing, is it even? Does it look right? This is when I go to town. I'm like, I want you to look the way I want you to look. If I want to go to the trouble to do this, yes, I do want it to look the way I want it to look. It's not straight enough. I wish you could see it. I feel like you can't really see his face that I drew on there. And I'm still not 100% happy with it yet. I want it, like, even. I'm like, it doesn't look even enough for me. So I'm like, okay, so I can even out his smile. Like, when I draw, I have a debate with the paper, and the debate can go on for days until I get the lines the way I want them. Like, it's a debate. It's okay. Oh. No, I don't. It's not. So when something's not even, I'm like, or symmetrical, I'm like, it doesn't look right. So I have to keep going. I'm like, what's it gonna take to get you, like, symmetrical? And I'm drawing this by hand, freehand, but I want it to look somewhat symmetrical and still not looking quite where I want it. So, like, I'm just kind of doing a debate with the sketch, as it were. Like, get it where I want it.
Okay. So I'm still not 100% happy with it. I'm just like, I want you a little bit more symmetrical. A little bit more to my liking. But, I mean, for now, it is... I wish you could see it better, but... Okay, so I drew... Okay, I drew a circle around the top. So, my Sharpie, I drew a circle around the top. I'll just outline it so you can see it. Sharpie's kind of running out of ink, I would say. And then, okay, I don't know, you're probably not going to be able to see it real well, so to speak. So, let's see. Okay. Basically, I drew a face on here, but I would need something really dark. Okay, so I'm going to start cutting off the top of it. I'm trying to follow the line. Ah. I should have bought a pumpkin carving kit for a kitty kid. awesome. Just kind of, and gently where I want it to go for the rest of the way. Up, up, up. So, it's a big question. It's kind of like coconut. This is why whenever I make um like pumpkins, I actually bake a pumpkin. I just bake it whole and I never cut it first. It's just so much easier to bake it when it's soft. It's a lot more work. Ooh, there goes its top. Okay, so sometimes.
cool. Under the sun times, right? Okay, so I've cut the top off the pumpkin, and now I'm gutting it, so I can use the pumpkin stuff on the inside, you know? But this one's going to be a jack-o'-lantern, so I'm not going to really be able to use it for pie as much. I think I can bake. I can get some of the insides, but I think it's mostly just going to be for the jack-o'-lantern, really. Let's get as much of the insides out as I can. And the pepitas, like the pumpkin seeds, I can roast those. Boom times. So, no, I broke my little nice scooper glasses. So sad, so sad. I'll just get another one. We have another one. Drop something there. So. Goopy, goopy. You know what? I haven't made a jack-o'-lantern like in years, since I was a kid, really. Like, I did one. When was the last time? Oh yeah, when I was, well, I kind of helped my sister when she was in elementary school and I was in high school. But the last time I just did a jack-o'-lantern on my own is we were having like this little contest on Halloween. It was a pumpkin carving contest, and we made it at home and we brought it to school, and there was a judge. I guess some teachers judged it. So anyway, I just used some yarn to put a braid on mine because, you know, even when I was a kid, I used to love having long hair and I had my hair in a braid. Although back then, like, I didn't know as much about hair care, so my hair never got as long as it did recently. So, but I did have long hair compared to, like, a lot of people. Oh, goopy, goop. It is kind of goopy, I'll tell you that. I feel like that infomercial with Dr. Sabag where he'd always be talking about melons. That's what I feel like. I don't like squishy things. I don't like it when things feel squishy. Some people, they love that, but just the feeling of, like, you know, I love food, but just honestly, my honest opinion about, like, pumpkin or even garlic, like, I hate I hate touching food in its raw state. Sometimes that's just my opinion. Like, some people just really, I don't know, they don't care, but I really hate the feeling of pumpkin. Feels like you want to have a creepy Halloween. Just the pumpkin itself feels. Although I kind of like the ASMR of scraping out the pumpkin. If you listen to that, isn't that kind of cool? How that sounds. I can scrape out. And give it a bath afterwards, I guess. Hey, while this top's still gone, can still put his top on and off. Just kind of want to scrape off some of the, like, So pretty. Clean up as we go along. Am I frozen? Get up a bit. What's his lid look like? It's like really scraped off. You have it like a candle, right? I'm trying to figure out like what candle don't let you burn? This one. I have like a plain soy candle. Wipe down the candle. Then I can't see. The next part is we need to cut out his face. Okay? So he does have a face. It's just gonna be hard for you to see it. So finally, so we got the first eye out, jack-o'-lantern, but I don't think it completely went all the way through. That's the funny part. To kind of like wiggle it. And when they say carving, you're really carving it because you really have to like carve into it. I'm used to like, I just like, personally, when I make a squash, okay, I always do a cooked one before I even cut it up because it's just so much easier to cut up. It kind of shrinks. Like seriously, if I was making a pumpkin pie or something, I would not cut the pumpkin up before I cooked it. It just, to me, it's just too much work. But for the jack-o'-lantern, see, it's how it's so slanty, and I want it straight. I want it straight. So I'm gonna have to kind of go in. Okay, so
it's so slimy and disgusting. What is this candle smell? Interesting.
See, and then too, I think once you get part of it out, it's just that much easier to cut with the mouth. I think. It's a lot of work, buddies. Clean all this up. And who goes out bad and well, nobody should ever go off on anybody. Ooh, we're making some progress. Progress. It's very interesting. Would I ever carve a pumpkin again? Maybe. Maybe not. It's quite the adventure, really. I think I should have bought some of those kitty, because this is a horrible knife. First off, I think this knife is dull as heck. I need to buy some new knives. I've had this knife for a long time. It's a bad knife. It's just not a good knife. That's just my verdict. So, I mean, I want it to look smooth, definitely. I do kind of want it to make it smooth. But how do I get there? It's interesting. Okay. Alright. So, let's clean up the sink a bit. To get it all nice and clean. That's what I want. I want it to be nice and clean. My pumpkin seeds down here. Nice and clean. So that I can do my little candle. All my things. Let's scrape this out a little bit more. A little more scraping. I don't want to. Interesting. So I'm gonna put red a bit more. This candle smells really nice. The candle. Can't really do it that way though, because I'm inside the pumpkin. To get up there to light it. Jack-o'-lantern. I lit the candle. Tell that one is lit that one. And then I'm going to turn out the light. It's nice, spooky. Okay. so spooky. Are you scared of the glowing jack-o'-lantern? Jack-o'-lantern is very scary. I will tell you a Halloween story. Once upon a time, there was a woman. She was walking in a dark building at night, and she saw a light hit the ceiling. There was nothing there. What was it? Oh my gosh, it is so scary. Are you scared? It's kind of scary, isn't it? Okay, well, that being said, I think the jack-o'-lantern carving live stream went pretty well. I haven't carved a pumpkin in like how many years? Like, I don't know, 20 years or something? But I don't know. I just do impromptu things because I'm like that, and I always have a lot of enthusiasm and adventure in life. And tonight, I decided to make a jack-o'-lantern. So, as they say in Arabic, the one term I know in Arabic, well, which means have a good life and happy Halloween, you scary jack-o'-lantern. It is like this jack-o'-lantern is kind of spooky. He's kind of spooky. Thanks for watching.